Hello everyone, back tuning into the 24th and penultimate Christmas update. So we've done 23 updates so far. This is our 24th, we've only got one more to go. The final 25th and final Christmas update will be on Friday. So we're still seeing sort of chopping and changing with this Christmas period in terms of the exact detail. It is going to be an unsettled Christmas, we can say that very definitely. But the exact detail of this is really uncertain still at the moment. I think we are firming up on essentially a very mild Christmas Eve and a mild Christmas Day as well for most of us away from the far north and west. I mean, it probably gets colder for Boxing Day. As for that Boxing Day storm, that has been pretty much eradicated from the very latest run of the GFS, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So the detail certainly is still really changing. So I'll get on with the 24th Christmas update for you in a second, and just say that the Christmas shop is still open for a few more hours, so you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon this evening, then just click the green button that says Gaz Christmas Shopping, takes you through to our Christmas Shop page, and from there, the key to it all is to go through the Amazon banners, which is going from Gaz obviously to Amazon, but you get a revenue fee on the things that you buy when you get to Amazon. Big thank you to everybody for doing that again. This season has been a huge success, so thanks to everybody for doing their Christmas shopping at Amazon via GazWeatherVids. It really has been very kind of you to do that for the website, so thanks so much everybody for doing that. I won't plug it again because I think we've pretty much run out of time after today, but the shop is actually there all year round. I only mentioned it this time of the year, but it is there all year round, so just keep it at the back of your mind. But if you've got any shopping to do at Amazon at any point through the year, actually you can do the same thing that you've done this Christmas and just go through the Amazon banners within the shop page, and because you go for Amazon at any point through the year, we get a review fee on things that you buy. Big thank you to everybody for doing that. So we'll begin again with Saturday the 23rd of December, just a few days away now, and we find that we've got high pressure sitting to our south, low pressure is up to the north. I'll just change that over actually so you can see the latest. So this is midday on the 23rd of December. We've got high pressure to our south, low pressure to the north. That low pressure probably brings some outbreaks of rain to far northwest Scotland. Most places are dry, and a very mild wind is blowing up from the southwest as well, or I should say wafting up from the southwest, so we could be seeing temperatures into the low teens Celsius there, 13, 14 degrees given a bit of sunshine. This is how Christmas Eve is looking, and high pressure is still dominating to our south. We have got a weather front coming into the north and to the west as well. That's bringing some rain there, but most places actually under the influence of this ridge over France. So still a lot of dry weather now being forecast for Christmas Eve. There's the upper air temperatures, very mild day for most parts of the country. We're bathed in those yellow colours, so it will be a mild Christmas Eve. We've got a band of rain across Northern Ireland and western parts of Scotland through the morning. Probably gets a bit more heavier and widespread across Scotland and Northern Ireland during the afternoon. But the bulk of England and Wales has a dry day. And I think there'll be some sunny spells coming through as well. So it could be really quite pleasantly mild, actually, on Christmas Eve. This is sort of the end of the afternoon. In the north, it is a bit on the cold side. Temperatures there around 4, 5, 6 degrees with those outbreaks of rain. But Northern Ireland and south, it's essentially very mild day. Temperatures 10 to 11 degrees there. And much of England and Wales also looking at temperatures around 10 or 11 degrees. So you can probably increase that a little bit more. I expect 13 degrees is possible on Christmas Eve. That's 55 in Fahrenheit. That's how Christmas Day is looking, and what's happened is that weather front has developed into an area of low pressure. It's the development of that low pressure that's holding up the progress of this front southeast. I have got a lot of cold air behind the front waiting to come in, but now because we're developing low pressure along the front and delaying its progress, it actually looks like, particularly for England and Wales, Christmas Day will be a very mild day. So this is how Christmas Day looks on the 24th and penultimate Christmas update. Low pressure is developing over the country within or along that weather front. There's the upper air temperature, so it shows that England and Wales still looking very mild. It is colder for Scotland and Northern Ireland, but the true cold air with -5 isotherm is actually still to the north of Scotland at midday on Christmas Day. Now, looking at a really wet day for some parts of the country, but exactly where is proving a real headache. Earlier model runs had the rain focused by midday, excuse me, by midday on Christmas Day, focused on England and Wales. But this particular latest run of the GFS still has a rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland at midday. It's only through the afternoon into Christmas evening that rain starts to move and pushes eastwards. There's the temperatures for Christmas Day, still looking mild for much of England and Wales. Temperatures up to 10, 11 degrees. Again, you can probably lift that up further, probably to 12 or 13 degrees. Wouldn't rule that out at all. But the Scotland and Northern Ireland is turning colder, so the cold air is digging into Scotland, down to just 2 or 3 degrees there. Northern Ireland is down to 5 or 6 degrees. And there is a boundary between the mild and colder air, quite a sharp boundary, that might do something a little bit wintry, say over southern uplands of Scotland, possibly later on by Christmas night over the Pennines as well. And then that takes us into Boxing Day. So what happens on this latest run of the GFS model is that the low pressure goes away to the east overnight, Christmas Day to Boxing Day. That turns the winds into the north, so it starts to become colder. Notice that Boxing Day storm has been eradicated. So I think all that's left on this run of the GFS is this little feature here. I think that basically is the Boxing Day storm that was being predicted 2 or 3 days ago. The GFS has completely removed that on tonight's midday run, I should say this afternoon's midday run of the GFS. So still ever-changing situation this for the Christmas period. Whether future model runs brings that Boxing Day storm back, we'll just have to wait and see. But at the moment, this is looking quite a cold and showery day now for Boxing Day. So cold air has finally pushed through the country by Boxing Day. Temperatures would be several degrees lower, and particularly feeling cold in the north. Lots of dry weather around as well. There's some rain through the Channel, threatening the south coast, but the bulk of the country is dry. Although showers in the north and the west of Scotland will probably be wintry. It's a cold day as well. Look at these temperatures. So starting to get above freezing across parts of Scotland, for England and Wales. We're at sort of 2 to 5 degrees quite widely. The far south and southeast is a little bit milder and around 4 or 5. But substantially colder compared to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on Boxing Day. And then we go beyond Christmas into the Christmas to New Year period, and we start to bring another low pressure in from the Atlantic. So it's a trough moving in here on the 27th. That could be bringing showery bursts of rain, and that might turn a little bit wintry on its northern and eastern edge. The next low pressure comes through on the 28th. Again, that's bringing another band of rain coming into cold air, so there's a little bit of wintry potential there as well. We won't know until close to the time frame where the boundary between rain and snow could potentially be, but I think the 27th and 28th of December both have some wintry potential, more particularly, I would say, for the north and east of the country, or the northeast of the country at the moment, but that could change. So, bands of rain or snow coming through on the 27th and 28th of December. 29th then starts to reintroduce milder west to southwesterly winds. So we've got rain pushing through here, and any wintry weather in the far north will very quick turn back to rain as milder temperatures move up from the southwest. And then that takes into a very unsettled New Year period. As I say, overall, it is going to be a very unsettled period. It's just pinning down the details. So a new area of low pressure is pushing in from the Atlantic on the 30th. That's bringing more wet weather, possibly some quite heavy rain, maybe risk of some snow on the northern edge. That's how New Year's Eve is looking. It's looking cool and showery. Low pressure could bring rain or possibly something a bit wintry to the north. England and Wales, probably just sunshine and showers. And then as we go through to New Year's Day, this is how the first day of 2018 is looking. New area of low pressure is rattling in from off the Atlantic, so that one is bringing a brisk of gale force winds and a lot of heavy rain as well, piling in from off the Atlantic Ocean. It would be quite a mild opening day to the year as well. And I'll just run you through the first few days of January. So this unsettled weather continues through the first week of January. A new area of low pressure heads in on the 2nd of January. That one's bringing rain, quite strong winds too. That low pressure sort of sits over the country on Wednesday the 3rd of January. bringing showers with longer spells of rain. Some colder areas trying to get back in on the northern side of that low pressure. So by the 4th of January, we are turning a little bit colder and about northerly wind. However, low pressure is just waiting out in the Atlantic. It's there, and if I run you on to the final chart, which is for Friday the 5th of January, the Atlantic onslaught continues. Here comes the next low pressure rattling in, bringing cloud, outbreaks of rain, and quite strong winds as well. So at the moment, it looks like there's no stopping this Atlantic onslaught. Once it starts, it's going to bring unsettled conditions, by the look of this anyway, into the new year. Coming back to Christmas, so still ever-changing situation. At the moment, it looks like Christmas Eve away from the north-west of Scotland is going to be a largely dry day, with some sunny spells, probably a lot of cloud as well, but a few bright sunny spells, and very mild on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day is focusing the wet weather through much of the day on Scotland, Northern Ireland, probably Northern England and North Wales as well. Anywhere further south and east of that, you can probably expect a lot of dry and, again, very mild weather. But as this rain band pushes eastwards late on Christmas Day, it introduces colder conditions, so that by Boxing Day, at the moment, we're suggesting a cold and showery sort of Boxing Day. Wintry showers in the north, most places dry with decent sunny spells. Remember, it's only a couple of days ago we was focusing on a big Atlantic storm for Boxing Day. So I think that does need a lot of caution as to what's going on there for Boxing Day. And then beyond that, it stays unsettled between Christmas and New Year. For a time, we brings down some quite cold air. So there could be rain or snow in parts of the country on the 27th and 28th of December, before the Atlantic probably wins out and brings milder conditions, but still wet and windy as we head towards the new year. So that's the 24th Christmas update done. We will do the 25th and final Christmas update for you on Friday evening, same time, same place. So come back for the final update. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching.